Hi everybody, it's David Porter. Today I want to talk about opportunity. Throughout my career, I have had doors open for me on a whim, and I have also had doors slammed shut in my face on a whim. After I completed graduate school, I spent 4 years looking for a clinical job. I was able to find a teaching job very quickly, within 3 months after I graduated. And I still teach, I enjoy teaching, but I wanted to do more. I wanted to practice as well. I went to send out many resumes and got many interviews, and the answer at all of them was the same. We can't hire you because of your degree. The degree that you have is not recognized and reimbursable by any of our third-party payers, by any of our insurance carriers. We could give you a few hours here and there for private pay patients, but it wouldn't be very much. It would be less than 5%. Less than 5% of the people who come into this clinic are pay out of pocket. Most of them have insurance, so it wouldn't be sustainable. We can't hire you. I got that everywhere I went. Eventually, I started looking in other states where the licensing requirements were different, and I applied for a per diem position. That is, per diem, they call you when they need you. You're put on a standby list, and if somebody needs a shift covered, they call you, you're available, you come in. So it's not steady. It's a foot in the door. It's an opportunity to get some experience, and most important, as a pre-licensed clinician, you have to have a specified number of practice hours under supervision before you can apply for licensure, before you can sit for the test to be licensed. So I go to an interview at this clinic, bracing myself for the same dismissal that I had been getting for the past 4 years. And this woman from HR, she didn't even look at me. She was looking at some form and just very offhandedly said, "Oh, you're here for the to interview for the per diem position? Well, we have a full-time position available too. Would you like to interview for that as long as you're here?" And I kept my professional face on and very casually said, "Sure, that would be fine." But I am thinking, oh my gosh, could this be it? Could this be the opportunity I've been waiting for? So I had the interview that day for the full-time position, ended up getting called back for a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth interview over a 2-week period, and I was hired, and that jump-started my career. I was able to work the 6,000 hours of practice that I needed, receiving supervision, basically a experienced licensed clinician who reviews your work and signs off on everything, and also gives you input, feedback, advice, and direction on your cases. And I was able to get licensed and open my own practice. But I reflect on that day very often. It was 21 years ago. I reflect on that day very often because I was handed a life-changing opportunity on a whim. This woman from HR, she didn't even look at me. It meant nothing to her. It was just thrown in my direction with this casual indifference. I have also had the door slammed shut in my face many, many times with that same casual indifference. I remember I was at a continuing education conference after I graduated. I was job searching and interviewing, and I recognized somebody there. He was the head of psychiatry at a clinic, and I tried to get his attention. I just wanted a minute of his time so I could talk to him and ask him if he had any openings, if there's anything I could do there. And I waved to him. He nodded as he walked by, and I tried to get his attention, and he didn't even break stride. He put his hand on my shoulder and patted me on the shoulder and said, "How you doing?" And he kept walking. And I was, I didn't even get a chance. That's really what I needed and wanted at the time. I just wanted a chance, and nobody would give it to me. Everyone was too busy. And granted, I was also looking in a lot of the wrong places because I had to look outside of New York State, where my degree would be recognized by the third-party payers, by the insurance companies. But my point is, I was denied opportunities on a whim, and I have been given the opportunity I mentioned and many others on a whim. What meant everything to me meant nothing to the other person. So ever since then, I've been very aware of that, and I try to give people opportunities wherever I can. I don't always get it right. I understand. I get it now. You have a tight schedule. You have a lot to do. You are overwhelmed. You have multiple obligations to other people who are going to be disappointed or pissed off if you don't deliver. I get it. But I am appealing to people who are in authority, the ones who are the gatekeepers, who can hire and give opportunities to slow down and watch and listen. And if you have a young person just starting out in the field, give them a minute just to listen to them and hear what they have to say. And if you're in a position to give them an opportunity, do it. Many of my students have come to me at some point and said, I can't make the final exam. This paper that's due, I'm not going to be able to get it in on time, and I'm not going to be able to pass the class. Is there any way you could give me a break? And I remember the offers and denials that meant so much to me, meant nothing to the other person, and I realized here I am. I'm in that position now. So I have often given them the opportunity to succeed, but I attach a condition. I say, I want you to remember this. Don't forget this day. Don't forget what I'm doing for you right now. And I want something in return. I want you to promise me that if you are in a position of authority one day, and it could be very soon, you are going to remember this, and you're going to give someone else an opportunity. You're going to pass it on. So that's what I'm just asking people to consider. If you're in a position of authority where you can give someone an opportunity, pass it on. Do it. Think of the people who gave you opportunities. Think of the people who ignored you and walked right past you, barely acknowledging your presence because they were too busy. Okay, so those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe.